Hi everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Um so because of copyright reasons, we don't have a theme song. So the theme song is Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you all had a wonderful week. I don't know about y'all, but it was a week. I'm so glad that it's Friday. It's rainy. It's rainy. But yes, I want to say happy Friday. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't got no plans this Friday. So if you have any plans, share with me your plans. But the rain really is crazy. It's messing up the weather. I mean, like nothing is popping. Like what is going on? It's Friday and it's rainy, y'all. We have no we can do nothing fun. We can't do nothing. I don't know about y'all, but I really wanted to be outside. I love summer. Besides spring, I like summer, I like fall, all that good stuff. I love it. Bear with me, y'all. We're about to start this show. It's Friday night. What the girl said? Is it Glorilla? I would call Gloria. What she said, 7 p.m. Friday type stuff. Anyways, happy Friday, y'all. Tonight we have a social segment with Winn. You know what we do every Friday? We come here, have a conversation, and it's a free flow. So there's nothing specific that we're talking about. We're just having a free flow. Few housekeeping tasks. Flood the comments per usual. You know the drill, how we do on the Fridays. First of all, we are the Inner Circle podcast. I don't know why our logo is not here, y'all. Bear with me. Yeah, the logo is not there. But anyway, we're the Inner Circle podcast. We're here Monday through Friday, bringing you informative, positive, live streams. We're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fridays, I'm the host. I'm running the show. So if you have any interest in joining my segments on Friday or just chatting with me, feel free to hit me up on any social media platforms and you can literally join a conversation. But on Fridays, we're here just chopping it up, having a conversation, talking about random stuff, nothing specific, no topic, anything can go. I hope my fellow panelist joins me tonight, but we're going to start this show and we're going to get the ball rolling. To engage, you can call the number or you can comment as well in the comment category, comment part of this live, and then we can go from there. But first of all, again, there's so many graduations happening. So every Friday, I'm going to congratulate again everyone that graduating class of 2025. So congratulations from the Inner Circle podcast to the class of 2025. We want to say congratulations on the job well done. This is high school, college, elementary school, kindergarten, preschool. I mean, you name it. As long as you're graduating, we want to say congratulations on the Inner Circle podcast. Keep thriving for success, and we can't wait to see what the world holds for you, little ones, and then the graduates as well. Okay, with that being said, we want to give a shout out tonight for Father's Day. Everybody's aware that Father's Day is Sunday, June 15th. We want to say happy early Father's Day to all the fathers around the world, the one that is in Minnesota of the Inner Circle podcast. Happy Father's Day to you all. We're not here on Sunday, so I'm saying happy Father's Day. Before you said winner, they didn't tell me happy Father's Day because I know some of you like to start problems. So happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. I think sometimes when we think about the concept of being a father, it's easy to just say, oh, I'm a father because I have a seat on this earth, right? But I think there's more to being a parent than just, giving birth or depositing that thing, right? So we want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there that are going above and beyond for their kids, that are making sure the kids are safe, they're secure at all times. Just showing up for the kids to the best of their ability. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. From your girl Winn, I say happy Father's Day. From the Inner Circle podcast, we say happy Father's Day. But tonight conversation, I was trying to download my video so you guys can see what we're going to be talking about tonight, but my phone is not really acting the way it should. So bear with me for a second. I'm going to try to airdrop this again. But I wanted us to talk about a topic tonight. The concept of people being nonchalant. Like people say, oh, I don't have like emotions. I don't, like those nonchalant people. I wanted to talk about the nonchalant people, both genders, right? I think oftentimes when we hear the word nonchalant, it's more attached to males. But I think what I'm seeing in this generation is that women are nonchalant. And I want to talk about it tonight. But my phone, y'all, is not letting me, it's not coming. But I wanted to talk about a nonchalant situation tonight. Here's my question tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Men and women, who would you say is more nonchalant, men or women? Right? Right. Oh, the comments are ready. Hi, Natasha. Good seeing you. Hi, my love. Good to see you. Happy Friday, babe girl. Thank you for tuning in. Always here, holding it down. I know I cannot do nonchalant. I agree. Like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I just it's not for me. It's not for me. Okay, Natasha said men are more nonchalant than women, right? Men are more nonchalant than women, and I need the men to join this conversation tonight. Who's more nonchalant, men or women? Ladies, if you're watching tonight, drop your comments, drop your vote in there. I have one vote that says men. I'm sure the men are going to tune in very shortly in regards to this question. Who is more nonchalant, the men or the women? Or here's my other question. Are women pretending to be nonchalant? If I'm saying these words right? I think some women, sometimes they have to like put on this facade, because if you show too much, the men might think you're like, what is it called? Like you're whipped or whatever, or you're like, you can't leave him alone. But if you don't show too much, X, Y, and Z. So like, let's talk about tonight. Who's more nonchalant, men or women? Okay. Natasha said women can try to be. Okay. I agree. I think women do try to be nonchalant, because it's like, okay, you meet this man, you show him attention, then he act a fool, right? He acts a fool. So it's like, wait, I'm gonna act like I don't even like this man. I'm gonna like, just not even care. But tonight I want to hear, if you're watching tonight, other men and the women out there, join this conversation with me this Friday night on this rainy day. You're not outside, you're not on no football field. Let's join this conversation tonight. Who's more nonchalant, women or men? Right? I have a vote that says men are more nonchalant than women. So if you're watching, drop your answer in the comments. Men are more nonchalant or women? I mean, I would say for me, I agree with Natasha that men are more nonchalant, but I think the reason why most men are nonchalant because they don't have a safe space, or they have not been given that safe space to be able to effectively, let me use that word, really express their emotions. Oh, and by the way, y'all, it's Men's Mental Health Month. Oh my God, I feel so bad. To all the men out there, I need you to join this conversation tonight. Since we're talking about the concept of being nonchalant, let's talk about that mental health piece. First of all, as we said, happy Father's Day previously. Happy Men Mental Health Month to you all. We're cheering you all. I mean, some of y'all got a little problem, but it's okay. Anyways, back to what I was saying, right? I think a lot of men are nonchalant because they don't have that safe space. I think they were not given that space to begin with. So how you expect someone to like be able to effectively express their emotions when they have never been given that space to have that place? This is my theory, Edwina's theory. I really believe if men we're giving that space to share their emotions, talk about it, giving that safe space for them too. Most men wouldn't be nonchalant as we see it today. But I think because their feelings was never really validated or nurtured, so they're like, hey, I don't care. But some of the male friends that I do have, they do care. Like their feelings are hurt about a lot of things, but they can't talk about it, right? They can't talk about it because society only glorify women's emotions. So tonight, I really want to talk about it. If the men are watching, I know people on my Facebook say I hate men. I got issues with men. I ain't got nothing with men. I love y'all, like especially black men. I'm rooting for y'all. But tonight, since it's mental health and it's Father's Day, let's talk about that tonight. Like many will say men are nonchalant, and I agree. But I also believe that if men were given safe space to really express their emotions, share their wants and needs, and not be criticized or judged or just all of those negative things that comes with it when a man does express things, I think most men would not be nonchalant. I think most men are nonchalant because their emotions have never been validated. I really believe that's why most of them are nonchalant, because it's like, why would I tell this girl how I feel when she don't even give a crap now, right? Like, how do you communicate something to someone when they're not even paying attention right now? So that's why most men just like, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to just produce this, this facial expression, and you can take it as how you please, right? So women, I encourage you out there tonight, if you have a male in your life, if you have a son, if you have a brother, any male figure in your life or a male, person, I want to encourage all the women tonight, if you're watching, to please start creating healthy spaces for our brothers to feel safe. I love that society plays a role on how men should feel and act, which is unhealthy and uncalled for. I agree, Natasha. I so agree with this. You know me, I'm an advocate. Society plays a big role, right? I agree, society plays that role, but I think our family and our parents or caregivers are the foundation of this role as well. So let me just say this tonight on this app, right? Society has its own limitation to begin with, right? So before a black man is even placed on this earth or a male is placed on this earth, society already have a limitation established to them for that gender, right? Then we have our family that we're birthed into that also have their own limitation placed upon us. So you have two limitation going at war, and you're just trying to come out of whatever it is that is happening. So I think that is the struggle. I feel like as human beings, the people in our lives plays an important role. They, whether they want to agree, whether they want to accept, but the role is very important. So if you have a male in your life and you have a little son right now, hi, Jimzetta, how are you? Welcome. Tony, join the conversation tonight, my dear. Join the conversation. So my thing is, men are nonchalant because they have never been given that safe space. And Natasha, I love that you said that society plays a major role. I agree, but I also say the family in which these men are coming from are the problem, right? Are the problem. I have sat in spaces where I have heard parents saying little boys shouldn't cry, little boys shouldn't do this, and that's right there, that's the foundation of it. Why are you telling a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old he shouldn't be crying? Why are we telling them that? Oh, you're a man. No, he's 5. He's a kid. He's not a man. That's the problem here, right? So the foundation in which these men are coming from are playing roles to add to what society has already established. Like I said previously, society has a limitation already written, right? You're a man, you should do this, you should. I mean, there's a rules society have already established when you're a male. The moment you get out, your mom give birth, that sex said, hey, this is a male. There's already a written rule that male must follow for the rest of his life. Okay, cool. Agree or disagree on the rules of society, right? But I'm putting this back on the parent in the home. I'm putting us back on our foundation in the home, right? We have to think about that too as well. There's a lot happening, and we as families, friends, all of that good stuff can create spaces for our men. This is men mental health. So I think we're just going to drag this in that light tonight. Natasha said, how can we give men these safe spaces? That's a great question. How can we give men that safe space, right? I think we can start by listening, right? Listening to hear and not to just respond. I think a lot of us women, and I say us because I'm in it too, your girl, oh, talking, I let talking. But I think as women, one of the ways we can establish that safe space for men is listen to listen, not listen to give a feedback, not listen to critique, not listen to criticize, not listen to respond, but just listen to him. I think that's the foundation. We can start there. So if you have a man and he said, "Oh, honey, I feel like the way you talked to me the other day, I didn't appreciate it." Listen. Don't say, "Oh, well, I didn't like." No, 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 no. You're deflecting, right? When he said, "Hey, honey, I didn't like how you spoke to me the other day," as a woman or his partner, your instinct should say, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel like that." Right there, you just validated that man. Right there, you just made him feel like, "Oh, okay, she listened to me." Right? She listened to what I just said because she apologized for her making me feel a type of way. So, in order to create a safe space as women or as caregivers or however we see ourselves in the lives of these men, we got to use our listening ear and go like this. Because I think a lot of us, we're listening, but our mouth is ready to say what we got to say. Natasha said most black men teach most black parents teach their sons to be strong, not weak. I think when their sons show their emotions, a sign of weakness instead of letting them have their feelings and emotions. And that is another problem, right? Allow children to express their emotion. Allowed children to express their emotion. Because the nonchalant men you see today in this generation, now every woman is complaining about, they were once a little boy that their parents told them they don't need to express their emotions. They were once little boy that their parents said you don't have to cry about everything. You understand? So those type of words give birth to nonchalant men today. Like I said previously, society has already written a rule when you are a male. And there's another rule when you're a black male in America, right? But we're not talking about that tonight. We're talking about the fact that men are more nonchalant because they don't have safe spaces to effectively express their emotions, right? So these are reasons why we're giving this nonchalant is happening and is trending. It's happening and it's trending because men need safe spaces to effectively communicate their wants, their needs, and their desires. Men, just like women, need to feel safe, valued, protected, and loved. I think we got this equation mixed up, and I got a problem with that tonight. Tonight, I'm on the fella side. It can go any way, but the same way we provide these spaces for women, I think it's time as a community to start opening our eyes, right? We talk about depression in women. We talk about abuse in women. We talk about rape, molestation in women. The same conversation we're having about women is happening in the men's society. But because, like Natasha has said previously, they are taught that their emotion cannot be expressed because for so long society has attached a man's strength and his ability to his expression of his emotion, and that is a problem as a community. So I'm here tonight to talk about it. Indeed, women are not as nonchalant as men because women have safe spaces. Women have their homegirls. Women have their besties. Women have their mothers. Women have cousins, females that they can talk about these things with. Most men, they can't really come to their men friends like that. Because the same male will say, my man, the team what inside, just get up and find something to do and keep it pushing, right? That's how they're advising their friend men. Is that a good advice? Could be, but it's not helping that person. It's not helping that person. I get it. If we put stats tonight, statistics shows depression rate may be higher in women. But I promise you, men are depressed as well. Men are even more depressed if you ask me. Like, I think in the field of mental health, when I see a male client, I'm so happy because they're taking a stance against society limitations. Right? Every time I see a man seeking for therapy, mental health counseling, anything that has to do with his well-being, I celebrate that man because he is fighting against that limitation of society and the limitation of his family. Because men should cry, men should express their feelings. I love the comments tonight. James Etta said, but some men don't know how to express them. They pretend like they don't care, but they truly do care. As partners, how do we help our boyfriend and husband? That is so true, James Etta. Thank you so much for that comment. That is absolutely true. Some men don't know how to express their emotion. You're right? I agree with that. And some of them pretend like they don't care, but they do. Ladies, on this app tonight, men care. They care. They care. They care. They care. They care. If I could do a backflip, I would do a backflip. Men care. Their emotions, they care. The problem is if that emotion that they're putting out there to you and you're not validating it. And the meaning of validation tonight, let me just say this word. Validation is to mean like I heard you, I see you, and I respect it. Right? That's just like a quick snippet of it. So you're validating him. Like I said it before. Jim said, so if your husband comes to you, right? Or your boyfriend, he said, oh, honey, yesterday when I asked you a question, you were very, dismissive. Like you just dismissed me. And I didn't appreciate the way in which you dismissed me. Right? How validation look like would be, you'll say, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I dismissed you. My apologies. And you understand? You validated his emotions. You say, hey, I apologize for making you feel this way. But a lot of women will justify why they dismiss that emotion. That right there will make that man never want to tell you again why he feels the way he feels. So for a man to be able to express, he needs to know that his woman or his partners or his partner can validate when he speak on something, can apologize when he speak on something. He needs to know that his partner can take accountability for the roles that she play in it, right? Now, don't get me wrong, because granted, some men, you will do all of that. Can't say you go faithful. Some men, you can do all of that, and he still don't want to express his emotions and stuff. Now, this is where Winn kick in, and I will say, baby girl, if you talking to that man, you create a safe space, and he just chooses not to like express himself and just be bottled up, and you have tried everything. James Etta, one thing I would tell any woman is leave. Leave. After you have created a safe space, you have validated him, make him feel heard, make him feel seen, make him feel loved. All of those things that we're talking about tonight for men to feel safe. As a woman, after you have established that and this man still feel like he don't want to tell you what's going on, he want to be bottled up, he wants to be that, then honey, that's your cue to get out. But I also know most men, once you start validating them, listening with your ear and not with your mouth, once you start making them feel like you're seeing them, you can hear what they're saying, you're working on those things, you're taking your accountability, most men will most likely keep opening up to you. Keep opening up to you. I know we can sit on this app tonight and say women go through a lot, and women do, but men go through a lot as well. Men go through a lot. Men get depressed. Men have anxiety. Men have PTSD. The things that all women have, men have it too. The only thing men don't have is what's it called? The thing that you get after you have kids, that other part, postpartum, right? Some men don't have that, but they have something similar to that. So a lot of the time we advocate for men. We advocate for women and we leave the men out. Both genders, absolutely, Natasha, both gender goes through a lot. It's not just the women that is going through these things. Women are going through it, of course, and they're being validated, they're being heard, people are coming to their rescue, but men are going through some things. They're going through some things. When a man tell you some of the things they have endured in relationships, ooh, child, you will ask them, and you stayed. And I'm always asking, and you stay? Like this my big old glasses. I be stretching it like, what? Like, can you imagine men are being abused? I mean, we have social media, right? Social media is at our discretion. We see it every day. Even in the community, we find ourselves as Liberians. There's a lot of men that are being abused. A lot. Some are even close to us and we don't want to talk about it. A lot of men are abused. I think when we talk about abuse, people are so quick to think about physical hitting. The way you speak to a man, the kind of words you use, that's a form of abuse all by itself. And a lot of our girls don't know how to talk to their men. Let's keep it a buck tonight. They really don't know. Oh, fama for yeah, man. Tripping. So I think we need to come to a space, because men are nonchalant because they have not been given this space to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel valued, to feel seen, to feel needed. I think we need to understand as a community in this mental health month. I challenge every woman on this app tonight. If you're watching, if you're sharing, if you have a brother, a son, a cousin, or any person in your life that is a male in your life, this month, challenge you today. Create a safe space. Sometimes just ask them, how are you doing? Like sincerely, not just, oh, I'm fine, right? People will tell you they're fine, but people are not fine. People will tell you I'm fine, but they're not fine. But in their mind, it's like, if I tell this person I'm not fine, what are they going to do about it? What they're going to do? You know, what they're going to do? So most people is easily to tell you, say, hey, I'm fine. And what I've also seen, when a person tell you you're fine, nobody's going to dive deeper into your business. But people are battling stuff. Men are going through depression. It's not a women thing. It's not a this thing. Men are depressed. Men are feeling unsafe. Okay, Shanzetta said a man would choose a nonchalant, a non-attractive and respectful lady over most beautiful and disrespectful lady any day. I agree. Right? Respect goes a long way. I think a lot of us women, we miss that with men. Men want respect. Women want love and attention. You know, you will hear a woman say, oh, I love my man, but they don't respect that man. So you actually don't love him. Love is not disrespect. Love is respect. Let's talk about that. Love is respect. Thank you, Jamesetta, for telling me that. I love that. Love is respect. I don't care how beautiful you are. What kind of Louis Vuitton, Saint Laurent, Gucci, Prada you put on yourself. If you are a disrespectful woman, they will not take you nowhere. A man will not take you nowhere. He might have fun with you, but he's not going to take you home. Da, da, da. But let me tell you something in regards to what James you said here tonight. I knew a guy friend of mine. He said something that really struck me. He said, if you are with somebody, right, and you ask yourself, do I want my child to mimic this woman character? And as a man, if your answer is no, you shouldn't be with her, and vice versa. If you're with a man and he's disrespectful, and you ask yourself, if I have a son, would I want my son to mimic this man's behavior or character? And as a woman, you tell yourself, no, I don't want my son to mimic all of these. Why are you in that? Why are you with that man? That's kind of like the same concept. So if you're a woman, you're beautiful, you're educated, you're attractive, you have all these things, but if respect is what you lack, it will be a struggle with this man, because men language is respect, woman language is love and attention. So we got to produce that. So I love that you said that. I love that you said that. You know, but ladies, we're on the nonchalant tonight. We're on it. We're on it. I know we have a lot of men out there that are nonchalant. They will not tell you if something hurt their heart. They will not tell you when they stump their legs. They will not tell you. And by the way, I'm always eating. They will not tell you when they're sad. They will not tell you when something is not working for them. They won't, because in their mind, if I tell this lady what is working, what is not working, they're going to use it against me, right? A lot of men don't share their emotions and feelings because they fear that women will use it against them. They will use it against them. They will use it to their advantage. They will throw it back in their face. So most men are not telling a woman, hey, I feel what type of way about this situation. They're not going to tell you that. A man that feels some type of way, he may not tell you because he's afraid that you one day, when you get vexed, no filter, you will throw it right back in his face. So that's why most men are nonchalant. That's why most men are saying, hey, I'm not sharing my feelings with this woman because I don't want it to be used against me, right? I've heard men say they've done it in the past and the woman used it against them. And they told them, I would never do that again. I will never tell this lady X, Y, and Z. So I think as women, I said this before, I'm going to keep repeating myself tonight until we end this live stream. If you have a male figure in your life, whether it's your son, stop telling little boys that they're not allowed to cry. That's where the problem comes from. You are limiting your child from expressing their emotions. Stop telling your sons they're a man. They shouldn't be weak. There's certain strength God created with men, and certain strength women carry as well. We each carry a level of strength. Our strength is not present when we're kids. They're present into adulthood. That's what you develop over the course of time. Little boys are little boys for a reason. There's things that they should know, and there are things they shouldn't know, right? We're not going to say you're a man. He's 5. A man is in his 30s or in his late 20s. A 5-year-old is not a man. He's a kid. He's a child, right? He's a child. He can't get an apartment on his own. He can't drive a car. He still needs his mother for everything. So there's no reason why you should be labeling that kid as a man, because you're creating something in this part of their mind. You're creating something in the part of their mind. And the thing about the brain, the words that is being fed to that brain every day, it resonates. So when they do get into adulthood and they do feel like, hey, I want to express my needs. Hey, I'm mad. I want to cry about it. Their brain is going to say, nope, you're not going to cry. You're a man. You're not going to cry. You're a man. You're not going to cry. You're a man. So a lot of the times parents think telling their kids that is going to help them. No, you're damaging your kids. Okay? A 5-year-old is not a man. A 6-year-old boy is not a man. A 7-year-old boy is not a man. A 10-year-old boy is not a man. All of those little age, they're not man. They're kids. A man is in his mid-20s going into his 30s. Your little child, your infant baby, your 5-year, your 6, 7, 8-year-olds, they should be given a chance to be little boys. Meaning they should be allowed to express their emotions. If a boy is crying, nurture the boy. Well, like Brimbo can say, pet the child, right? Pet him. Tell him, say, oh, honey, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Validate that little boy. Because what you're doing as a parent or a caregiver, you're creating a safe space for him to always come back when he's sad. You're creating that. You're saying, honey, I'm sorry. You're validating him. So when he grows up to be a man, when something happened, he's able to tell another person, like, hey, I didn't appreciate what you said here. Simply because when he was younger, his mom nurtured his emotions. I know a lot of women don't know how to nurture men's emotion because they don't know how to nurture their own, which is another thing we can talk about on this app today. But please, on this thing, all the women that is watching, stop telling your little sons that they're a man and they shouldn't cry. Crying is for girls. Make them a sissy. All of those little icky words you guys are using on these boys. It's mental health month, but I'm shining light too on these little boys, because these little boys that you are raising not to cry grow up to be nonchalant men, and you are in relationships with these nonchalant men, and it's affecting y'all. Many women are dying in this nonchalant relationship because these men don't give a rat foot. I've seen some men you can lay your life on the line and cry to Jesus Christ come down the cross. You understand? They ain't shaking. They ain't moving. They're not moving. They are cold. And I don't think they want to be like that. But how? How? How you expect someone to nurture something when they don't even know how it look like? So to the mothers out here, as we're in Father's Day, it is Mental Health Month for the men's. I want to encourage you, if you have young boys that you're raising, remember you're raising somebody's boyfriend, somebody's husband. You're not raising your son for you. You're raising it for somebody's child. The same way we talk about women raising their daughters for somebody's on a son. Mothers, you're raising your son for to be somebody's husband and somebody on a partner in this world. So if you want that person to not call your phone 5 days of the week telling you your son, don't listen to her emotions and everything. Start changing the narrative of what you're installing in your sons. Stop telling them little boys don't cry. You're not God. God created them. You just carry and birthed. But God knew why he gave every little boy an emotion. Because he also know that they will grow up to be men of society, men of dignity, men of standards, men of class, men of prestige. He knew why he created these little boys, because they would be men. And he entrusted them with you. If you don't know how to nurture your son's emotion, ask somebody for help. Read a book. There's so many resources out here now that can really help parents. There's a lot of resources. But please stop raising young boys to be nonchalant and then cry when you are dealing with men like this. Because you're not raising just your son. You're raising somebody's husband, somebody's life partner. So yes, men are more nonchalant than women. Yes, men don't express their emotions than women. Yes, to all of those things. But men are against two limitations: societies and their family. Societies and the family. Societies and the family. Those two limitations they are fighting against. When a man go out in the community, he's fighting against all of the odds that has been written against him. When he come home, he's fighting the odds of his family. So you can't fight two and think you're going to win. You're not. You're not. One of them got to give. And for me, I'm always advocating for family. If you have a male, a brother, cousin, any of those good things, right? Start helping them feel safe. Start validating their emotions. Start allowing them to talk about things that they're struggling with. Maybe ask them, hey, how are you today? What are some things that I can help you with? It's not always about women. I think us women, sometimes we can be really selfish. I said we are, because I'm inside. I'm on women. I'm in the problem too with y'all tonight. Sometimes we women can be selfish. Sometimes we women are inconsiderate of these men and their other stuff. So I think as women, we need to look at that. I think this month, today is the 13th day in the month of June. I believe June has 30 days. I'm challenging all my women on this app that are commenting, watching, sharing, and Tony. I'm encouraging y'all to check in on your male people. Males go through depression. Men are depressed. Men are depressed. I can sing it in the song. I can give me a microphone, I will scream to the top of my lungs. Men are going through some stuff. Men are getting depressed. Men are depressed. I don't know what else I can say, but they are, right? They're depressed. They're trying to overcome. Men are struggling. Men are drowning as well. Women are drowning, but men are drowning as well. Because there's no safety zone for them to come and express. They don't feel safe. They don't feel heard. They don't feel protected. They don't feel needed. They don't feel seen. And I think as a community, we have to make some adjustment. If you have a partner, start asking him. Or maybe don't ask him at home. Take him to like a restaurant. Play a game with this man. Ask him questions about his day. Don't just let him say, oh, yeah, it was okay. Nothing happened. Like highs and lows. What was the high of your day? What was the low? And if he say, oh, this happened at work and I felt like this, ask him, oh, why you felt bad? Okay, what made you feel like that? Ask him. Make it a thing. Don't just always say, my husband gonna be asking me how I feel. Valid, that's true, but you need to ask this man too. You know, there's some women say, happy wife, happy wife, happy life, or something along this. I don't know. I don't believe in that theory. Both people should be happy in the home. Both people should be happy. The woman should be happy. The men also should be happy. I think all these little motivational, falsified theories that people be saying, it's not helping us. Because if you're saying happy wife, happy home, or happy life, that's just saying the man's emotions is not valid, and that is incorrect. We need happy parents to raise happy kids. We need stable parents to raise stable kids. We need that as a tool. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-sided thing. So I think tonight I'm just going to piggyback on my statement that I said earlier. Most men are nonchalant because they don't have a safe space to effectively express their emotions and stuff like that. And the reason why these men don't have that safe space because of two reasons: society's limitation and expectation of them that has been established before they were even born, and also the family in which these men are brought up in. They play a role. They are there. They are there. They are there. So if you're a woman, if you have a son, stop telling him, little boys don't cry. They do, and they should. Ladies in the comments, if you're still following, drop a comment. The comments was really good. I love it. Thank you guys for engaging. Thank you guys. Thanks the ladies for, giving the tips and feedback tonight. Society, we need to do better. We need to come. We need to put our hands around men and really help our brothers, because some people are really battling with depression. Like, men are going through so much and they can't talk about it. And it's so disheartening to see, right? They're so disheartening to see. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't want to be with a man that is nonchalant. I don't have the mental capacity for that. Because if I'm providing like a safe space for my husband and that he should feel safe enough to confide and come talk to me, I will hope that every day something happened in his life, he's running home to say, hey, I'm going to talk to my wife, right? I'm going to talk to my wife, and just stuff like that. I will hope that my husband feels safe enough that he can do that. But I couldn't marry a man that is nonchalant. Whoever told you that men are depressed, there are stats that defend that. Men are depressed. They are. Men are depressed. Yep. Have you heard about high functioning depression? Men are depressed, my dear. They are. I know they may not come out and say it, but men are depressed. Men are battling mental health struggles as well. Men are abused. Men are neglected. All of the things that women endure, men are too. I mean, you don't have to believe it, but men are depressed, you know. And I think on this, I think for mental health month, that's, you know, it's, you don't have to believe it, but they are. I know they are. I know they hide it so well, but they're depressed. There are some men that are battling a lot, especially in this African community. They're not gonna come and talk about it though, but they are. So in this month of mental health, we're honoring our men's and we're shining light on them. False stats. Are you comparing all men to Kali? I said men. I didn't say Kali. It's two different phrases. Men are depressed. It may not be Liberian men, but there are men that I have worked with that are battling depression. So men are depressed. The stats are not fake. There's a percentage of that. I can give you a stats right now. Here, I'll help you out. Hold on. Women might be more depressed than men, but men are depressed. Here, I give you some. Here, I give you a stat. It says depression is more common in women, which is what I stated previously. But men are depressed. That doesn't mean they're not depressed because X, Y, and Z is not showing. They don't talk about it, but men are depressed. But I'm not comparing men to Kali. I don't even know who Kali is. I'm sorry. I don't know who that person is, but men are depressed, my dear. I know it's hard to believe because they're not walking around. They're not, you know, showing it on their face, their body language. But depression doesn't have a suit. That's the thing. Depression don't have a suit. That's why sometimes when depression happens and people commit suicide or people are dying, the first thing you'll hear an African person says, I didn't know. Oh, they didn't look depressed. There's no suit. There is no special outfit that depression wear. You don't wake up in the morning and say, oh, well, today I'm gonna wear my depression suit. There's no such thing. Ashley, it says, hello. Hi, how are you? I'm talking about men as a general. I don't think I'm talking about specific people. I think it says social segment with Winn. So we're not really calling names or specifying. I'm simply saying men are depressed. That's a large, that's a plural. So there's a large population of that. But like I said, men are depressed, men get abused, men are battling a lot, men are neglected. In the Liberian community, in the Hispanic community, in the Asians community, every community there is in the United States, the men that are in it, they're battling a level of depression, of anxiety, and everything. And most men are nonchalant because people are telling them that their emotions does not matter and showing it makes them weak. That's kind of what we're on the topic here today in regard to who's more nonchalant, men or women. It's kind of what we've been talking about. Geta, I think I'm saying it right. Geta. That's kind of what we're talking about tonight. You know, who's more nonchalant? Who shows more emotions, men or women? And some people say men are nonchalant, like they don't show their emotions simply because they don't have a space to show those emotions and stuff like that. Well, yes, in the lens of like being more emotional, yes, I agree with you with that one. Women are more emotional, but what I meant to say was my bad. It was who's more nonchalant. Like so, nonchalant are people that don't really care. Like they don't really, you know, they're like, it doesn't bother me, you know, X, Y, and Z. So I think most women said men are more on that level of I don't care. I'm not gonna talk about it, you know, acting like they don't care, but they really do and stuff like that. But yeah, if it comes to being very emotional, you know, like the whole thing, I agree. Women are very emotional. Yeah, we are very, you know, we're emotional being and stuff like that. So yeah, they are. They are an emotional wreck. I mean, some women can put it together though. I give them that. Some women know how to like really, really, you know, like hold their own, like swallow it a little bit. And then some women are like, no, I'm gonna let it out. You know, I think either way is fine. I don't think I think as a human being in general, whether you're male or female, having a good way to handle your emotions will help you, because sometimes when you let your emotions get the best of you, it can cost you in the end. So I think as a person, as a human, it's always good to be emotional, but have a balance to that emotions too, so it doesn't destroy your life. Because trust me, when you're too emotional, and let's say you're at work, something happened, and you don't know how to really handle your emotions, it can you can lose your job on the spot, or you can lose an opportunity. So it's it is, and we are emotional wrecks. So you're right. You said, so why should men be open to emotional wrecks? What do you mean by they should? So women are not they're emotional wrecks, but there are some women that know how to manage their emotions though. So I'm kind of like confused in regards to that. I said my topic tonight was talking about, men being nonchalant and actually looking at why they are nonchalant, right? So I'm saying that men should have that space to feel safe in order to be able to express their emotion. Some men love a woman that is emotion. Some they don't have a problem with that. So because you're a woman, getter, and you're emotional wreck, a man shouldn't date you. Is that what you're trying to say? Or correct me if I'm wrong. Because most women are. There's a large percentage of women that are. And then there are some women that are like, they don't care. So that's a good question. I would love to, if you can just throw your answer in the comment for me, that'd be great. Because women are emotional, right? So men shouldn't date them, or they shouldn't be open. Men shouldn't be open to that. I think that doesn't sound right, but hey, to each his own. This lady is funny. I enjoy your comments, so keep it coming. Let me see what you got. Drop another one on there for me. Um, do, 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 do. But yeah, it's Men's Mental Health Month, y'all. Hug a man. If you see a man, give him a hug. Don't tell him why you're giving him a hug. Just give him a hug. Be like, just because. Hug your brother, hug your friends, hug your partners. I mean, your husbands, your boyfriend. Just show them some extra love this month. And on Sunday, too, is Father's Day, y'all. Honor that father that is in his kid's life, that is present. I think a lot of the time when we think about being a dad, people just going for the title. But I think there's more. Not I think, I believe there's more to just the title. A lot of people are father by title, but not by action. And that's how you'll be able to distinguish the father from the father versus the title father. So there's a title father and there's a father father, if that makes sense. I'm getting my words mixed up tonight, but yeah, Sunday is Father's Day. Ladies, if you have your child father that he's active, he's doing all of these great things, please celebrate that man this Father's Day. Don't just text him. If you're not together, then it's different. Maybe help the kids put something in a nice basket together for their dad. Don't just text him. So not dry message. Happy Father's Day. Be very, very nice. Shine light on his strength. Shine light on all the good thing he has done, for his kid or his children. Women, let me tell you on this app here tonight. The way women love to hear praises, men love it too. I keep telling y'all the same thing women like, men like it as well. I think now that I can sit around with men and listen to some of their complaints, it makes sense. Some women are very selfish. Like, y'all just selfish. It's about me, 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 me. I know you want to be a French speaker. Anyways, woman, if you have your child father, he's active, he's present, he's there, he's shown up, he's doing all of these things for your kids or your child, you got together, your children. Celebrate that man out loud this Father's Day, which is Sunday. Take him to brunch if you're together. Make him a nice breakfast. Buy him some type of beautiful cologne. I know Macy have like their whole fragrance out for men. They even have a sale going on. Right? I don't work for Macy's, but I'm just here promoting because I can move on the put in the store. But anyways, go to the store, buying something sentimental. The word here tonight is sentimental. Sentimental. Father's Day is Sunday. Celebrate that man out loud. Let him know he is loved. Let him know he's appreciated. Don't just send no one letter text, Happy Father's Day. And some of y'all even bold enough to write it as abbreviation. Oh, that's a little harsh. Text that man and say, Happy Father's Day. Thank you for the kids. Thank you for picking them up. Thank you for loving them. Thank you for disciplining. All of those kind of things, because men love to hear praises. Women love it too, but I think men love it just as much as women. They're just not coming out to say it. Because I know some women, when a man say, give me praise, you say, what is so much you doing? That's what you're always saying. What's so much I gotta praise you for? Not me carry the child. Okay, granted you did. But being a dad too, there's a lot that comes with that. So all the women's on here that is watching, that is Ashley, Getta, James Etta, Natasha. Honor all the fathers in your life this Father's Day. Celebrate them. She said, I think you will eat. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that, when I eat, thank you, but hey, celebrate the fathers, go shout them out, and just be like, hey, thank you for your work. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for picking up the kids. Thank you for, just doing things. I think a lot of the time we tend to not really want to shine light on our fathers, but let's shine light on our fathers. Happy Father's Day to the dad for all they do, for the hard work. She said a father. Oh, get a business. Okay, so this is a male. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. Well, I thought it was a woman because it said Geta. Sorry, I thought it was a lady's name. My apologies. Get a business. They said we want more this Father's Day. Men deserve MVP treatment. I agree. I really agree. I agree with the men this Father's Day. I'm on your side. Get a business. If you get a dry text on Father's Day, let me know. I will come back on live and look for that. But no, I agree. I believe the active fathers, not just any fathers now, because people can have the title and don't even show up or see their kids or nothing. And some people want to show up to the mothers are contributing factors, but that's a different story for another day. But I'm just saying, like Father's Day this week, let's celebrate those dads, those awesome dads. I know some dads that, hell, if they could birth the child, they would birth the child. You know what I mean? They are showing up. They are advocating. They are at school conferences. They are at field trips for their kids. Like they're really just out here, making sure their kids are well taken care of and they're being present. Even though some of the baby mom can be thorn in the flesh, but they don't even care. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna show up for my little people and give them the best. So to those fathers that are dedicated day and night, sleepless night, that are showing up, this Father's Day is for y'all. And like Getty Business said, y'all got to give these men MVP treatment. That means book him a massage, let him get a pedicure, take him to some nice dinner, wine and dine this man for being a great father to those kids or being a great dad to that child. Don't just come text talking on dry one sentence. My women, sometimes you can really make me sheen on this app for real. Like I be rooting for y'all, then y'all can't just make me sheen. So this year, nobody should disappoint me. I'm rooting for y'all. I'm on the men's side this year. You'll celebrate these men out loud. You'll show them love. You'll show them care. You'll cater to this men on Father's Day. If the man say he want to rest his back and put your foot in the air to watch a football game, my friend, don't be opposed to that. Do that because it's his day. Don't just come say, oh, doing Mother Day, that do nothing for me. No. You gotta change. But yeah. So to the men out there that are on the grind, Or they can tattoo his name. There you go. Yeah, they could do that. You can tattoo his name. That's another way to give a gift. Oh, Natasha said, no way. Oh, child. Yo, not giving tonight. No name need to be tattooed. I agree. I wouldn't do it, but that's just me. But yeah, Getty Business Network. You on a different rampage tonight. But I get it. Tattoo his name, and stuff like that. I wouldn't tattoo his name. I ain't got no kids, but that's just me and stuff like that. But absolutely, I think you should celebrate those dad out loud. Show them some love this weekend, ma'am. Like, y'all show them some love. Before we wrap up for tonight, what are some great Father's Day gifts that are out there, right? What are some great gifts? I think I said it. Macy's have like fragrances for dad. Buy that man some nice Dior. I think it's like Prada, YSL. They got some good spray for men. I think women, we need to stop being selfish. Because when your birthday come, or Mother's Day come, you will write a whole chapter book of things that you want this man to buy for Mother's Day. And some men will buy it because they're like, you know what, you give me a legacy, you produce life for me. I will buy you anything on this Mother's Day. But let's not forget, if the man didn't drop what he dropped, where would the legacy be? Because men is a carrier. They carry the sperm, and we need that to produce. You know what I mean? So it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. And I think because it's a two-way street, that men should be celebrated as well. May not be equal because giving birth is different, but I think he should still be celebrated. He should be celebrated out loud. My problem is your women want to celebrate these men privately. But Mother's Day, this man should come on live and put a whole presentation on. And he should. But I think as a woman too, for Father's Day, you should be able to actually do something. Okay, some of the tips that buy their favorite things they have been hinting or talking about. There you go. So most of the women need to study the men for this to do this. So in order to be able to buy their favorite things that they've been talking about or hinting, you as a woman should be able to study your man as well. Absolutely, Natasha, I agree. Getty Business, I beg you to know. He said, tattoo is the best gift. All that Macy's stuff in boxes are old. I'm encouraging all men to refuse any lame gift. But you know you say, oh. I also tell them to call you Pepe. Yo, Natasha, I like your idea. Yeah, buy his favorite things and stuff like that. I agree. I think as you should know your man to be able to buy him those things that he loves. Men like football. They have their favorite football. Soccer now, also known as football. They have their favorite player. Buy his jersey, or I don't know, buy him a basketball tickets. I don't know if basketball season is still going on, but just something. Be more sentimental. Be thoughtful about the gift. Don't text that man, Happy Father's Day. One sentence. We got no small woman there bold. What y'all talking about body oil here? What about getting a body oil? Something you need to try. Not body oil. Y'all might as well go get the man a massage. Like, book that man some that nice massage. Get him a nice pedicure. Something really cute. Or you can do it together. Maybe you and your man. Kingston, what are you doing? Y'all, sorry, I'm on mommy duty tonight. So, scented body oil. Okay. So, Natasha, my question is, when you buy him the scented body oil, are you gonna rub him down? Are you gonna rub the man down with the scented body oil? Oh, okay. She said after he gets the massage, he can get the body oil. Okay. There you go. I mean, but yeah, those are some really nice ways that I think women, we can celebrate our children, dads, or father out there. Ladies, treat that man to something nice this Father's Day. Cooking rest, pepper soup, whole pepper soup warrior like me. It is not the same. Take that man to dinner, wine and dine that man. Wine and dine that man. Uh, Remember, this is a father that are making life easy. Let me say it again. You got some of your fathers out here. Let me address those 2x4 one that want to come and go. Some of y'all won't be getting Father's Day text, and you have not seen your kids in 6 months. Exactly. So, Father's Day. There's the fathers by title, and there are fathers by action. So, if you're waiting for a Father's Day message to reach to your phone, ask yourself, am I a father by action or a father by title? Yeah. I won't call that need for the cancer insult. I insult BDs. But as you wait for that Father's Day message, sit down and ask yourself, am I a father by title or father by action? And if you're a father by title, just go about your day. Title means you don't even check on your kid. You don't even see them. It's been months. Yada, 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 yada. Yodo, 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 yodo. Yaba, 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 yaba. That's father by title. Father by actions. Okay? You're seeing the kids. You're showing up. You're spending time. There's weekends you see them. You're calling them. Even the days you can see them, you're talking. You're doing all of these things. You're engaging. You are present. They know, like, yes, mom and dad are not together, but I can still call my dad for anything and everything that I would need. That's the father we're talking about. Those are the father I'm on this app advocating for tonight. Those are the father Natasha is saying he should get a massage and some body oil. Those are the father we're talking about. You should study him and get what he likes and what he's been talking about. Not the father that had the title and wearing it like is a Batman suit. We talk about those tonight. We talking about the father that had the title and are doing a job, right? They accepted a call and they've been on the clock ever since. They ain't taking no breaks. And when they do have to take a break, they're still clocking in on a break. Follow me for a second. Those are the dads we are celebrating on Sunday. Those dads, not just by title, but by the actions. You got to be a father, there's requirements. You can pop the sperm, you can do what you got to do, but after that, there's an aftermath that got to come with it. And then it said father is when you pick and choose. Today you can't, today, yeah, man. Because some of them won't wear the father, the father title like a Batman suit. Like they're really doing something out here. And they're not. Okay. Let me address one more thing. To the women, it's not Mother's Day. They say Father's Day. If your baby daddy or child father is not active, this is not your chance to put your picture up and say you did mine and pa. No. It's not your chance. Just this other conversation, get out the group chat. Okay? Get out of the group chat. When it was Mother's Day, they gave you your flowers. On Father's Day, if you don't have a father that is active in that child's life to give a flower to, just carry on about your day. I think too many times women will come and say, oh, I'm the father too. No, you're not. Your baby daddy is a shitty person. Excuse my French. But you are not the father. Please. Please. You have Mother's Day. They roll you a chapter book, especially for we the single man. The motivational speak can be, it's not for around here. But Father's Day is for the fathers. They getty business here. I think you in our group chat because you talk about the theater there. You talk about tattoo treatment and island trip. Get a business, I'm probably saying it wrong. Whoever you got kids where you married to, please Please carry our brother on vacation for the Father's Day. But I'm talking about these women and I be posting themselves on Father's Day. Let me address this. I don't even think Natasha, this man will not leave that tattoo in here to now. Apparently, we gotta get tattoo. We'll get an invisible, we'll get a fake one, we'll pay after 2 weeks. Or we'll get henna to make them feel good. Well, we'll help them. But to the women on this app, I get it. Being a single parent is not easy. It is hard. There's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of downside. There's a lot of depressed moments. There's a lot that come with it. And on Mother's Day, we celebrate y'all. And it's not fair that you have to do it alone and are doing it alone. It is not fair. So I get it. But on this Father's Day, don't put your picture up there. Don't. Because what you're telling me is that you took sperm from you and put it in you. That's not how it works, right? Because there's a male and a female coming together. And yay. So I get it. You're a single parent. It's a lot. And I think Getty got a plan, ma. And that ain't got nothing to do with us because he is very hot on his comments, talk about trip and all of that. But anyways, in regards to those mothers, I get it. Being a single parent is a lot. It's hard. There's sleepless nights, teary moments, all of those things. There's a lot that comes with it. And you're doing the best that you can for your kids or your children, right? You're going to work, you're trying, you're showing up, you're doing all of that. That's why on Mother's Day, we celebrated you out loud. You were celebrated by your friends, your family, all of those people that value the work that you do and the dedication you show for your kids. But on Father's Day, don't post yourself. That's all I'm saying. I hope this doesn't come off wrong. I hope nobody takes offense to that. I mean, if you go back and watch the video, I hope you understand the context in which I'm saying here. Please, they said father, Fathe, ara. Like when people say ara, ara. Make people say R, right? Father. Then say mother, like father, no. Right? I just want to disclose that tonight because I see a lot of women, people already making jokes about it, talking about it like, oh, my child on the pie, he not this, he not that. I've been his everything. And I get it. It's unfortunate. It's a sad thing. But if you don't have a person to, say, hey, happy Father's Day too, that's fine. But single mothers, it's Father's Day. We had Mother's Day. We shine light on you. We celebrated you. But on Father's Day, even if your child's father is not active and he just have the title and wearing it like a Batman suit, this is not the time to post yourself either. Right? It's not the time. Mother and father are two different sentences. One start with an F, one start with an M. They're not the same. I get it. Being a single parent comes with a lot, so you want to celebrate, but you can celebrate yourself 2 times. There's Mother's Day, there's Christmas, there's Easter, Thanksgiving, birthdays, all of that. You can use that, but on Father's Day, celebrate the dad. If the dad is absent, not present, not doing nothing, then let it just be another day that where you just celebrate your male friends in your life that have kids and you know that they're active in their life. But on Father's Day, we are celebrating the father that meet the actions of a dad. I said this and I'm saying this again. We're not celebrating a father that's wearing the title like a Batman suit and not doing nothing. We're not doing that. So if you know in your mind, I said it tonight, put your hands up. Am I a father that wear the Batman suit and just have the title and don't do nothing? Or I'm a father that had the title and I put in the work. Which one are you? And if you put in that work, you should be celebrated out loud. And you should also celebrate yourself. Do that. But if you know you're a dad and you just a father because you pop a sperm, but you're not present, you're not showing up, you don't really check in, you're not you're not doing the action part of your title, sit this one out. Don't be waiting for no text. Don't just sit it out. I get it. I get it. We all want to be known as a father on these kind of days. But our kids need us. And if you can pick and choose when you want to be a dad, are you really a parent? If you can pick or choose. Because there's a lot of parents don't get to pick and choose. They have to show up. I know some dads that are on the grind for their kids, and I respect those kind of men. Like, I love to see men going hard for their kids. Because my dad, when he was alive, that's what he showed me. He never let harms come in my way. He made sure I was safe, protected at all times. I got everything I wanted, even with my temper tantrums that I threw. That man was on the grind. But what I'm saying, he showed the definition of a father. Was he a perfect human being? No. Did he have his flaws? Absolutely. We're all humans, we do. But when it came to his kids and me, he made sure we were protected, taken care of at all times. That is a definition of a dad. And there are a lot of fathers out here that are on the battlefield for their kids, back and forth. Whether they got one, whether they got two, or whether they got four, whether they got five. They are showing up their presence, even though some of the mothers are a thorn in their flesh, but they are still showing up for their kids. I know some fathers that pay child support that don't even see their kids because the mother taking the money and depriving them when all they want is involvement. This thing is bigger than we're talking about. So if you know you're a man and you're a father, ask yourself this Father's Day, am I a father because I produce sperm, so I have the title? Or am I a father because I not only did I produce sperm, not only do I have the title, but I also have the credential and the backing of a father? That's a two-part thing. That's what we're saying tonight. So Father's Day, we support the real dads. The one that are in the fields, the one that are grinding, the one that are making it happen. Those are the dads we're speaking for tonight. And those are the men. Getty said we should get tattoos, take them on a trip. Natasha said we should learn what they like and buy things of their choosing and of their desires. And I agree with everything. I don't know about a tattoo, but you can get a hand on for the man, just to help him. You can get a hand on just to help him feel, like yay. And then after 2-3 weeks, it fades away or whatever. Right? But those are the fathers we want to celebrate this Sunday. Those fathers that are on the grind, that are dedicated and doing the thing for their kids. Right? So once again, with my beautiful description of a dad, I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there, near and far. I know some great dads. I had a great dad, my late father. My spiritual father is my second dad. He has stand in for my second dad. And he's a great father to me. He nurtured me. He guides me. He rebukes me. He puts me in check when I'm out of line. He prays for me. He believes in me. He celebrates me, my vision. He celebrates it. So like when we talk about parents, I think we need to talk about the characteristic that defines a good parent. It's not just because they can buy you clothes, buy you shoes and stuff like that. All of those things are not relevant. It's the characteristics that parent install in you, those values, those morals that will take you far. A lot of people think buying their kids things make them a good parent. No. Install values in your children, install morals in your children, install integrity in your kids. So when they're talking about parents, you can lift up your hand high and say, yes, I am a parent, right? And stuff like that. So when we talk about good father, we're not just talking about title. We're talking about the characteristics that defines that man as a dad. What qualifies him? What makes him distinct from a title and a role, right? I think that's something we should keep into perspective tonight. To the fathers out there, I celebrate you all. I love to see girl dads because my dad was a girl dad. So maybe that's why I have a thing for girl dad. But I love to see you in, really going hard for your kids. I love to see fathers and their sons' relationship. I just love it. Like it just makes my heart smile when I see fathers are present in your kids' life, whether it's a boy or a girl. It makes me happy because you don't know what you're doing for that kid long term, right? You're setting them up for success. It may not look like it now, but in the near future, they will come back and thank you. Like every time I think about it, I always reference my dad, even though he's like 6 feet, but I always reference of him as he was an awesome dad to me. And I love that man. I love that man. So happy Father's Day to the fathers out there. It's almost 9:30, y'all. So we're gonna be out in we have about we have 10 more minutes and we're going to be ending the show. So in the comment, if you have something you want to drop in there, I love the tip that you guys offered tonight. We've been talking about nonchalant men. We've been talking about why men are more nonchalant than women. We also talked about because men needs a safe space. I challenge everybody on this app tonight to create that safe space for those men, those sons, those brothers, those husbands of yours that you have, do that. Create that safe space so they can feel safe. They can come and talk to you about the things they're enduring. Yo, all the places talking, I want you. Can people get me water, baby? My juice is done. Anyways, but we'll be also, just creating that safe space for men and women. And then I think I talked about the concept of hot. And I think I talked about the importance of the home as well, because a lot of us are setting limitations for men along with the one society has already established to begin with. So remember, men are fighting between two different things, right? They're fighting between two different limitations and stuff. So bear with me, y'all. I'm about to drink my water. So men are fighting between two different limitations. Society's limitation and their home limitation. So in order for a man to express his feelings and emotions, Natasha, getting your tattoo. Not mothers can get fake tattoos from Dollar Tree. No, I beg. So if you want a man to be more expressive with you as a woman, you got to be attentive. I think I talked about listening with our ears, not just to respond. It's easy to say, oh, this man will share his emotions, but have you asked yourself, when he shares his emotion, what do I do with it? Right? I think we miss that a lot. Because as a person, I can tell you something bothers me, but I want to know, are you going to do something about it, as in work on what I'm expressing to you, or are you just going to sit there and look me in the eye? And if you just look me in the eye, then I automatically know this is not a safe space for me to be. And that's where most men are feeling right now. So men go through stuff. Men are depressed. Men battle depression just like women. They just don't really talk about it that much because their space is limited, right? Men's space is limited. Women's space is bigger. It's more expanded, it's broader. But men is limited. So that's why most men are just quiet, private. They talk about it. They don't really talk about it. They talk to their boys briefly. They shake it off and go about their day, right? Is that a good thing? No. Does it work for them? Yes. Does it keep it going? Yes. But I think as society, let's start creating safe spaces for men. Let's stop telling little boys that they shouldn't cry. Let's stop all of those things that we think we're doing to help, but we're really not helping these men. We're really inflicting harm rather than doing the opposite. I know I said 9:30, but it's Friday, y'all. It's been a long week. Your girl is tired. And I'm sleepy. It's been a long week. My schedule there is busy during the week, but I'm so glad that every Friday I could come on this app and talk to y'all about, just random topics and all that good stuff. So I know it's not 9 o'clock yet, but I'm going to be wrapping up in 1 minute. So before I wrap up tonight, I just want to say thank you all for commenting. Thank you all for engaging. Thank you all for sharing this live video. I hope it reached the right audience. I hope somebody took something from out of this segment tonight, Friday with Winn. I will be back here again next Friday and we can have another topic to talk about. Like I stated previously, if you have a topic and you're like, hey, Edwin, I wanted to talk about this, feel free to inbox me on any social media. I'm always down to chat. But I just want to say tonight from the Inner Circle podcast to my panelists, they couldn't join me tonight, but I held the fort down for everyone. From Inner Circle to the community to the men out there, we want to say Happy Father's Day once again. We celebrate you all. It's not easy being a dad, but we say thank you for the dedication and the service you do for these little kids. It is greatly appreciated. To my commenters, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for commenting. I love the comments. Like I love the engagement. I come here on Fridays for the engagement, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, you and Natasha y'all need to go sleep tonight. Oh my God, you guys are not killing me. But thank you all for commenting. It's been a beautiful Friday. I hope this weekend you have something fun to do. Spend it with your kids or with your homeboys, your homegirls, or if you are working, hopefully you don't work too hard. Please remember health is wealth. And also just enjoy the weather. I mean, it's raining again. So if you're like me, cook you some pepper soup and fufu and relax. But we want to say happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend. And this is Edwina signing out. Have a good night and we'll see you next Friday. Bye, guys.